Hey, good morning, everyone. I'd just like to say, hope everyone's having a good day. My day was okay. Work was fine. My day didn't end the way I wanted it to end, but that's okay. I want to talk to you guys about something. I want to start, not really a campaign, but I want to let you guys know. Remember when we were in combat, we used to have to go green, amber, red. You know what red was for. Amber was, I'm ready for anything. And green was, we're safe. I want us to try to all get back to green. I think we all live in an amber status, and we still do. And that's why when we get irritable, we get angry very fast. So I want us to try to get back to green. And to do that, I think that what we need to do is try to remember how things used to be. Try to calm down. Don't ever engage when you're angry or frustrated, and try to find ways to trip your switch back to green. We don't live in an amber status anymore here. We don't need to be ready to pop off at any second. And the only way we're going to do that is by relaxing. You have to find your hobbies. You have to get back to doing the things that brought you peace. If you used to fish, you need to go back and start fishing. If you used to hunt, you need to get back to start hunting. If you like to cook, or you like to tinker on your car, if you enjoy cutting grass, if you got a weird hobby like plants, then find that area, find that environment, and treat it. Let people know that they have to respect that environment, because that environment helps you get back to green. Once you are able to go to your green status, you're able to function again. You're able to do all three switch positions: green, amber, and red. We don't have to worry about the roads blowing up on us while we're going to and from work. All right? I know it's in our mind, but you have to say to yourself, constantly remind yourself, these roads are going to explode. That animal is not going to blow up on me. All right? When we get to work, we have to understand that we lived in an environment. And Paul Hudzik, I'm thankful for you calling me and letting me know about this. Ladies and gentlemen, we lived in an environment where we had to make decisions. Right or wrong, we had to make that decision. It had to be made now. So we can't get frustrated when we're at work and we're in a meeting and it's taking people forever to make a decision. We can't judge people that are around us by the environment that we came from. All right? When we realize that, take a deep breath and realize that it's a different environment. The decision is going to be made. We use our input to help coax and maybe to help get the decision made a little bit faster. But if we get frustrated and aggravated and we blow up in the meetings and we get frustrated, we're only exacerbating our own problems, because we're in an amber status and we went straight to red. Go to green. I want you guys to start saying that's going to be our campaign. Go to green. Whenever you feel yourself, put your switch back to green. Realize, hey, these are people who didn't come from an environment we came from. We can do it. Take a deep breath, go to green. Understand that the decisions we make in our office are not life or death. And when we realize that we lived in an environment where life and death decisions had to be made, we're not in that environment anymore. Take a deep breath, step back, click that sucker to green. All right? That's how we're going to make it. Now, if you don't believe in God or anything like that, then you really have to rely on your hobbies. You have to rely on talking to other people. If you have a spiritual calling, or if you've gone to it, focus on that. That'll help you get back to green. Read your Bible. Make sure you get up in the morning, say your prayer in the morning before you get to work. That helps to put you on green. That helps you to deal with the day. If you don't believe, then put some music on. Don't put the music on you put in your ears when you're on the convoys. That only puts you in an amber status. Try to find something relaxing, some jazz music, or maybe some orchestra music. So, something with complex different notes to keep your brain moving, but to put you back on green. Don't put the Metallica we used to play in your ear to get you hyped up and fired up and ready to go tear the teeth out of somebody. That's not how you want to be when you get into work in the morning, all right? Remember, we lived a life in an amber status. Some of us, and I'm not saying that I even went to some of the places that some of you guys went, Some of you wake up in the morning in red status. So for you, let's try to get you to amber. And then we'll worry about getting you to green. So brother, let's try to go to green and stay in green. And the longer you meditate and figure out how to stay in that green status, sooner or later it will become a habit. And that habit will again help you to reintegrate yourself back into what's going on here. All right. And I'm right there with you guys. Hey, I live in amber status. There's sometimes some simple things that just trip my trigger immediately. And I go to red and I want to say something so bad. So this will work in your house as well. You and your spouse, you can't be in amber status all the time. And they do one thing and you're ready to freaking fly off the handle. All right, alcohol doesn't make it any better. So I recommend to you, not because I read this in some psychology book. This is my father who went to Vietnam. This is what he used to do. When my mom used to get on his nerve, we would go out and cut grass and trim trees. Our grass, I don't think ever grew no higher than this because we were always out there cutting and I didn't know why. And one day my dad told me he would not talk to my mother or engage my mother when he was in red status. When he went to amber, and I think my father about as low as he ever got was amber, then he would talk to her. Then he would say what he had to say. All right? Don't do it. Pull yourself out of the situation. That don't mean go to the bar and get drunk and come back and try to say it. No, don't do that. If you need to go for a ride, go for a ride. Relax. If you need to go fishing, go catch some fish, come home, then talk about the situation that tripped your trigger. But gentlemen and ladies, our campaign is to try to go to green. All right? We have to try to get back to green. And the more we focus on it, and the more we tell ourselves, and the more we begin to meditate that we are not where we were, the closer we can get to going back to green. So that's our campaign, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Those of us who deployed, some of you worse than others. Like I said, I have people on my Facebook page who've lost arms. They've lost use of certain parts of their body. They've been spines busted, faces blown up, and bones reconstructed. It's going to be a little bit harder because you live more in a red area because of what happened to you. But you have to tell yourself, I'm not where I was. All right, people like me, I do the same thing. I get sketchy around large groups of people. If I have my stuff set a certain way and somebody touches it, it aggravates me because it's the way we were all trained and taught. Leave your stuff where it needs to be so you can get it at any time. Relax. Let's try to go to green. All right. Go sit down, read a book, put on your favorite sitcom from the 80s or wherever. Try to get a laugh in, then engage. Remember, your spouse is not a target. You don't engage, you engage targets when you're angry. You're engaging another human being. That person has a cognitive thought process. You need to relax, go to green, and then enter. All right, just like when we had to go in the dining facility. You had to clear your weapon. You had to go to green, sling it over your back, and then enter into the dining facility. Try to remember that. When you go into your house, go to green, clear your weapon, put it on your back, go inside your home. All right? That's what we're going to try to practice, ladies and gentlemen. I love you guys. Remember, 20 veterans commit suicide each day. 3.86 of them are still on active duty. NCOs, officers, when you troop your line, don't just look at uniforms and haircuts. Look at the faces. See if someone might need some help. Don't be ashamed to say, hey, you doing okay today, warrior? Everything all right? At least you put that out there. And you never know when somebody might really, really, really call you in on that. So be ready. Don't just say it as a mouth service. Be ready to say, hey, if that soldier says, yes, Sergeant, I'm having a horrible day. I just don't think I'm going to make it today. Have your tool bag ready to where you're going to take this soldier to help him. All right? Love you guys. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate the support. And remember, let's get back to green. Thank you.